Good evening, everybody. Monday evening, the 31st of January is now over. So I think everybody can be quite happy. Tomorrow is the 1st of February. I think a lot of people, it's been a payday. So I think things are going to loosen up worldwide for everybody on a lot of different levels. So just before we get started, for anybody that's new, that's here for the very first time for Gifts of Legacy Zoom presentation, please just type in a number 1. And if it's your second, press number 2. And you guys that have been around a few times, you know the numbers. It's just very nice to know how many new people there are on the Zoom. And also at the same time, just type in where in the world you are dialing in from. Wow, Alistair, 222 Zooms. Yeah, you're a Zombie.
Officially.
Officially, yeah. Wow, what an amazing last 3 weeks. Today it was 3 weeks ago. 3 weeks ago that we flipped that switch and officially went live. So we've been going strong the last 3 weeks, and my goodness, what a ride! What a ride! There's been
I'm just making sure that one of our ladies that I've asked to just chat to us after our presentation is because sometimes the Zoom gets so full. I'm just making sure that she's okay. I'm really excited. I've had such a wonderful weekend because I kind of unplugged from the support side of things, which was getting a little bit hectic, and totally plugged into the community on my boards. And wow is all I can say, because there are participants that are just following the instructions, following the guidelines that we give them, doing exactly what we say for the best results. And I'm just blown away by the success that they're having. And I'm talking about our beautiful African brothers and sisters. Guys, I want to salute you, because this is in your blood. And those of you that get it, wow. I mean, there's a lady that's going to speak to us after this that is so on the ball. Her team is on fire. They just get it. And the people that they bring in just get it. It's unbelievable. And then Spain, oh my goodness, Spain is rocking at the moment. So George, whatever you've done there, whatever magic you've created, wow. I just want to honor you for that, because I remember, 8 months ago, you were like, I want to take this to Spain, and you really have. So this is amazing. And I just want to honor our German, Finnish, who am I missing? Spanish. Somebody was looking for a French presentation today. So all of you that are out there that are translating this into different languages and really just spreading the love across the globe, I just want to say a very, very heartfelt thank you to you all.
And the USA, my goodness gracious me. Wow. The USA is on fire. My goodness. A lot of the people from the USA have been in gifting communities for people we're speaking to for the last 20, 30 years. And the feedback that we've got with our most amazing, beautiful American community has said they've been on different platforms before, and hands down, they've never seen such a well-oiled machine and a program that is working like clockwork. So, thank you for that feedback. That type of feedback just reminds us of how well everything is working. We've done something right. So I think we can all be very proud of what we've brought to the community. And this is just the tip of the iceberg. Like I said, we're 3 weeks in, and wow, you think there's movement now. Wait until everything starts kicking in, that machine really starts to kick in the way it's meant to be, the way it was designed. And I think, bless you. And I think it's all just about anybody that wasn't on the call on Friday night. Andrew spoke for about 11, 12 minutes. He spoke about 4 Ps. I'm not going to repeat them now. But there is the one called patience. And we just need to practice a little bit of patience, because if you look at the bigger picture of gifting communities that have been around for decades and decades, and we only like 3 weeks in. So imagine when we're sitting on 3 months, 6 months, 9 months. Guys, different level. So we are the ones the world has been waiting for, and we are at the right place at the right time. So, if you're here for the very first time, as Candice is going to mention just now when she gets started, somebody really cares about you and has invited you to have a look at something that can potentially change your life, and you'll never look back. You heard the saying, once Pandora's box is opened, it can never be closed again. So, this is an awesome journey. So then you hand over back to Cans.
Okay, well, firstly, I want to say thank you, Chris, for walking with me. I met Chris through the gifting community. Some would say we've been separated at birth, and we've become such good friends, and we managed to keep a community together for such a long time, just on faith. So Chris has been around for a while. He managed to get through all of the boards. He used a strategy that's very similar to what we're suggesting within Gift of Legacy. And it's just been an honor presenting and co-creating this with all of the community. And always nice to see your smiling and happy face.
Thank you, my sister from another mister, hey? Yeah, it's been an absolute exciting journey. And you guys, anybody that doesn't know us, my name is Chris, and this is my wingman, Candice. You'll see us on the Zoom. We've done many trainings. So once you get onto the Telegram groups, there's a lot of things that you're going to see of some really cool information that we co-created together. There's a lot of passion involved. And I tell you what, Candice has been smiling from year to year the last 3 weeks going through this process. And you guys are going to see now why. So I'm going to open up the screen and let's get this going. Give me a second and move this down and slideshow. And from the beginning, there we go.
And I'm just going to switch the chat off for now.
Okay.
Okay, so welcome to the first day of the rest of your life, if this is your first time with us, because we really have been coloring everyone's world. Gift of Legacy is a gifting activity that has created so much abundance in the last few weeks. And it's so beautiful because it's really by invitation only. So even if you're streaming on YouTube and you come across this and you want to get involved, you still need to be invited. You can't actually go onto the website and sign up. So somebody has to invite you. And that's what makes it so sacred and so beautiful, because we really are looking for like-minded and like-hearted people to join us on this journey. So we are a gifting activity with the most incredible algorithm that's built in. Like Chris said, there's been gifting programs around for quite a while, and a lot of them were done with spreadsheets. Very few of them have got a program. And I can tell you that none of them have got the algorithm that we have. And it's been so beautiful seeing it in action and seeing how well it works. It works even better than we actually thought it would. And today we are here to share a well-kept secret that not even I knew about a year ago. It's amazing how things just come into your life at the right time. It's definitely changed my life. And I know that just me alone will be able to change the lives of millions. And so will you and everybody else on this call. So are you ready to get started with us? So just to let you know that this presentation is for information sharing only. It cannot be construed as financial advice. Neither myself, Chris, Angela, Regan, or any of the other presenters are registered financial or tax advisors. And the information given is only intended to give you examples of what a participant may expect on this beautiful journey of abundance. So who is it for? Well, I like to think of it as for everyone, but the reality is it's not really for everyone. It's for somebody that has drive, for somebody that wants to succeed in life, for somebody that has dreams and wants to action those dreams. It's all very fine and well having dreams, but if you're just going to sit and dream, you're not really going to get anywhere. So if you believe in the principle of sowing and reaping, giving and receiving, I just absolutely love blessing someone that I don't even know. Like today I left a parking lot and I was like, you know what? I'm going to give the car guard 20 Rand today because I can. And it was just such a good feeling. And this has really helped me to finally take control of my life. And once I've done that, oh my goodness, am I going to help others succeed? So if you resonate with any of this, if you've answered yes to any of this, then we're definitely ready to get started. So what is Gift of Legacy? Well, it's definitely a global gifting activity. I mean, you saw in the beginning, there are so many people from all over the globe that are participating in this. And what's beautiful is when we all got placed, we made sure that we were scattered all over. So gifts have been received by over 700,000 people worldwide in our precursor program. And what I absolutely love about this is the peer-to-peer element. It is peer-to-peer in the sense that you contact your legend and you go offline and you make a little agreement of how and where you're going to gift this person. So it's done privately and offline. And it's decentralized because it is a website. It's purely a website that has positions on boards that move around, and you will know when it's your turn to gift, and you will definitely know when it's your turn to receive. So it's really, really important that you have a smartphone, a computer, and a very good internet connection. We also recommend getting WhatsApp and Telegram because that is the main way that we communicate with one another. This has been inspired by sacred economics. Like I said, this is from the tribal way of doing things where they support each other. It's something that we call Ubuntu in South Africa, and that's just communities helping one another. Sacred economics in the Western world has been around since about the 60s. And my favorite part about this is it's not a get rich quick scheme. And the reason being is because this is a perpetual cycle. So once you've taken your position at the bottom, as we like to say, and then you get to the top, you don't stay at the top. You literally start your journey over again by gifting back in at the bottom. And this can be perpetual, over and over, passive, forever. And this can also be willed down to anybody and passed on for generations to come. So Gift of Legacy is definitely more than just a gifting activity, you know, and obviously you come in because you want something exciting. The person that shared it with you has shared it from the heart. They're so excited about it. And the gift that you get is really, really alluring and it's motivational. But once you join the community and if you join the Zoom calls and you get involved on the WhatsApp groups, it is really about the community and meeting so many like-minded people that help each other grow and succeed while supporting each other and uplifting one another. When you join as a gifter, you gift from your heart. When you become a builder, it's really important that when you're a builder, that is when you're bringing your gifters in and you're sharing the love with everyone around you. Then you become a guide and you guide and nurture your team. And then you finally become the legend and you go through the beautiful experience of actually receiving after all the hard work that you've put in to build this beautiful community. And of course, in doing that, you are starting to build your legacy. So remember, we're a community with the same goal, and that is we all want to change lives. We asked one day what everyone would do with their first 5,000 gifts, and 99.9% of everybody that was on the call said that they wanted to help somebody else, which is really, really beautiful. So over to you, Chris. Let us know how we are going to participate and ride these boards of abundance.
Awesome. Thank you very much, Candice. Okay, so you've probably seen some words there: peer-to-peer, decentralized, perpetual, and talking about sacred economics. Right, how does this all work? And let me unpack this. You're probably asking, how do you start? And you heard the word boards as well. And if you're on for the first time, you're probably thinking, what are these guys talking about? All right, with Gift of Legacy, what you do is you enter Gift of Legacy by gifting $100 into a self-perpetual system. Now, this is the one and only time you will ever take any money out of your own pocket. Now, what I'm going to show you now, going through the boards and how the whole system works, I've had the privilege to have gone through this whole cycle in the precursor program. So what I'm showing you now is I'm talking from personal experience. I'm not kind of like saying this could happen, it might happen, you know, that type of thing. I've seen it work. I've seen it work. I've seen it in action. And let me tell you something with, as Candice mentioned just now, the Gift of Legacy algorithms and everything that's built into it My goodness gracious, just watching the way these boards are moving at the moment. Sometimes I'm in awe. I just look at it, my mouth drops open. I cannot believe how these boards are moving so beautifully. Now, as I mentioned, it's the one and only time you take any money out of your pocket. Now, a gifting community was only exposed to me also about the same time as Candace a year ago. And I took a look and I thought to myself, nah, this is impossible. I was skeptical. How on earth can you gift $100 into a system? And what I'm going to show you now, how much money you can receive in the form of gifts. I thought that doesn't make any sense at all. So I had to get out of my analytical brain, my analytical mind, and think, hang on a second, let me resonate with this from my heart. And that's what I did. And I watched the most amazing, amazing journey unfold. Now, the gifting is purely peer-to-peer. That's what Candace mentioned just now. Peer-to-peer meaning 100% of the gifts are paid to you directly. So there's no third party, there's no broker, there's no trader, there's no platform or tokens. I think we've all been down those roads at one time or another. And I think people are starting to get sick of that. People want control. And this way, peer-to-peer means person-to-person. So when we talk about gifting and receiving, we use Wise, WorldRemit, Revolut, bank transfer if you're in the same country, and crypto. Now, there's no middleman ever, no third party ever involved. So we like to talk about the concept of riding the boards of abundance. Now, what I want you to do is I want you to focus on the orange circle over the next couple of slides. This represents you on your journey. So you join a board and you gift your legend $100. I'm going to show you what a board looks like and how the whole gifting process works. Then what you do is you share gifts of legacy with like-minded and like-hearted people who in turn will do the same. Now, there's no limit to the amount of people that you can share gift of legacy to. There are 4 boards that you're going to journey through: a $100 board, a $400, a $1,600, and a $5,000 board. You're going to journey from gifter, builder, guide, and legend on all 4 of the boards. And on your journey through the boards, you are going to receive gifts along the way, totaling $42,700 US. Okay, now don't do what I did and shut off now and think, no, come on, Chris, what are you talking about here? Are you crazy? This is as real as anything, because look at the next line. On your perpetual journey, perpetual meaning, ongoing, passive, residual. This is ongoing income in the form of gifts. Every time you go through that cycle, which I'm going to show you now on the boards as well, you're going to receive $49,700, and that repeats over and over and over. It's basically redistribution of wealth. Now, what I want you to do is sit back, relax, and get ready for the ride of your life. Here we go. Right, so you're going to journey through 4 boards, as I mentioned. Your first board is what we call the bronze board, which is your $100 board. Now, what you do is you enter with $100. You go through the cycle, which I'm going to show you in a bit more detail now. And once you exit the $100 board, you're going to exit with $800. So can you see the math already? We're talking about 8-fold here, 8-fold. This is what the board looks like. This is your bronze board, your $100 board. Now, if you have a look, there's like a line down the middle, and you've got you've got a left hemisphere and you've got a right hemisphere. So on the left-hand side, you've got 4 gifter positions. On the right-hand side, you've also got another 4 gifter positions. So that's 8 gifter positions on a board. As you move in, there are 4 builders, 2 on the left, 2 on the right. You move in again, and there are 2 guide positions, 1 on the left and 1 on the right. And in the middle, you've got the legend position. So what happens is you come onto the board as a gifter. Now, how does this work? As Candace mentioned right in the beginning, she said that this is by invitation only. So the person who shared Gift of Legacy with you, they will send you an invite link, and you just register on the website. As simple as anything: name, surname, phone number, email address. You create a username and a password. That's it. That's all you put onto the computer system. No banking details, no addresses, none of that type of thing. All Gift of Legacy does is manages the movement of boards. That's all it is. So what will happen is you come onto the board. Now, the moment you've registered, you click where the legend is, and it's going to show you the person's name, and it's going to show you their username, phone number, and email. You contact the legend. You say, "Hi, so-and-so, my name is Chris. I've just landed as a gifter on your $100 board. How would you like to receive your gift?" Now, they're going to get back to you and say, "Hey, Chris, nice to meet you. I live in South Africa. Whereabout do you live?" I get back to them and say, "Hey, I'm also in South Africa. How would you like to receive your gift?" Well, if you like, we can do a wires, we can do bank transfer, whatever suits each other. And that's where the gift gets done. Now, that is 100% into their bank account, their crypto wallet, whatever. Does not go onto a platform or onto the system at all. That's what peer-to-peer is. Now, if you look on the left, so there you are the orange circle. Then once another 1, 2, 3 gifters come onto the right hemisphere, and then look on the right-hand side, another 1, 2, 3, 4 gifters come onto the right hemisphere. There's 8 gifters that have come onto the board. Then guess what happens? You then move to the builder position. Then another 1, 2, 3, 4 on the right, left, another 1, 2, 3, 4 on the right. That is 8 gifters that have come onto the board. There's something magical about that number 8. 8 is the number of abundance, because guess what happens next? Bam, you then move to the guide position. And then one more time, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 gifters come onto the board. You then move to the legend position. Now, remember what happened when you first came onto the board? Who did you contact to make your gift? You contacted the legend. So guess what's going to happen now? Every time a gifter comes onto the board where you are the legend, they are going to contact you asking how you would like to receive your $100. Gifter number 1 comes in, you get $100. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. $100 times 8 is $800. That's what you are going to receive in the form of gifts the moment you get to legend. Once all 8 have come in, your board is going to spin. Now, what do we mean by your board spinning? What then happens is you're going to move to the next board. As I mentioned to you, that there are 4 boards that you can journey through. So that's the end of round 1. So you've just finished your first round. As I mentioned, the gifts that you receive is $800. So what you do is you hold back $400. So that $400 is for you to go to the advanced to the silver board. And then what you do is you also hold back $100 to go onto what we call your perpetual board. Remember that word perpetual I mentioned just now? I'm going to show you in the next slide what perpetual means. So once you've received your 800, you've held back the 500, you receive in your pocket in the form of gifts $300. Now on the perpetual board, what's quite cool about this is once you finish your first 100 board, another 100 board is going to pop up in your profile. Then you do exactly the same thing. You contact the legend, you do the gift again, and you go through the cycle as I showed you in the previous slide. As you know, you receive $800, but this time you keep in your pocket $700. And once that board is finished, another $100 board opens up. You go through the cycle, receive 800, you keep $700. And the perpetual boards is what keeps going over and over and over again to infinity. That's what the word perpetual stands for. All right, so now the $400 that you've held back from your previous board. So as you can see, you haven't taken another cent out of your pocket because you started with 100 and you can see you received 800. So this 400 that you're gifting does not come out of your pocket at all. You enter the $400 board, the silver board with $400. You go through that whole cycle and you exit with $3,200. So you've just finished round 1. The gifts you receive is $3,200. But now what you do is you hold back $1,600 to go onto your third board, which is the gold board. And then you also hold back $400 for your perpetual board. You also get a $400 perpetual board. So the gifts that you keep in your pocket is $1,200. Right, then you go to, I'll do the summary of the perpetual boards at the end. But now I'm just showing you as you go to the next board, which is your gold board. You enter with 1,600, you go through the cycle, and you exit with $12,800. You've just finished round one. The gifts you receive is $12,800, and now you hold back $5,000 to go to your platinum board. And then you also hold back another $1,600 to go onto your gold perpetual board. And the gifts you put in your pocket at the end of this is $6,200. And then lastly, your platinum board, you enter with 5,000, you go through the cycle, you exit with 40,000, and then the gifts that you receive at the end of your first round is $40,000, and you then enter your $5,000 perpetual board. So the gifts you put in your pocket is $35,000. All right, on the perpetual boards, as I mentioned earlier, you got your $100 perpetual board. So you go through that cycle, and every single time you receive $800, you put $700 in your pocket. Now, as I mentioned in the previous slide, you hold back that $400 to go onto your perpetual board. So with the 400, you go through that cycle, you receive $3,200, as I explained earlier, but this time you're keeping $2,800 every single time you go through your perpetual boards. And then on the gold board, as I mentioned, you gift your $1,600 to go into your perpetual board. You receive $12,800, and you keep $11,200 every time you go through your perpetual board. And these perpetual boards keep coming up over and over again. And then lastly, on your $5,000 board, you gift $5,000, you receive $40,000, and you keep $35,000. Now you can be going round and round and round on all four of these perpetual boards at the same time. All right, so let's do a recap. The participation starts with generosity and appreciation and continues by perpetually paying it forward by helping others along the way. Gifters become legends, and over and over and over. You gift $100 to the legend when you're ready to join. Share with two like-minded, like-hearted people who in turn will do the same, as I mentioned earlier. So the summary, remember that first slide that I explained, that through your journey, through the boards, you're going to receive $42,700 unconditional gifts in your pocket. As you've seen through the slides, that is how that happens. And then the summary of the perpetual boards, that was the previous slide, that was all those roundies, you're going to receive $49,700 over and over again every time you go through all those cycles. All right, back over to you, Candice.
Great. So in order to advance from your bronze board to your silver board and to your perpetual board, the requirement, and it's only one requirement, is that you bring two like-minded, like-hearted people. Now, if you don't, it's also not a problem. You'll just be moved over until you are ready. So we call that a sacred pause. And I'd just like to mention that all of the people that are sharing their success stories, that are getting the movement through the boards, guess what they're doing? They are bringing their people. So they are in a builder position and they're adding their gifters. And then they're waiting for their gifters to go into a builder position, and then they're adding their gifters. So if you do it that way, it can only be successful. So I also just want to mention as well is that when Chris was explaining the left and the right side of the boards, if you are one of those people that wants to travel with your teams, it is really important that you only work on the one side of the board, and then you've got to wait until the other side fills up so that you can put your people on the same side. Because the board's actually split in half. So remember, Chris explained the two guards on each side of the legend. They become legends, and the people that are on the sides of them, the builders and the gifters, then create a new board. So I just want to make that very clear, that if you are somebody that's putting in a lot of people on the gifting position and they're filling up, you are going to get split up. But this is only in the first round, and they will snap back to you because the algorithm is set at follow your inviter. So when you get to the silver board, they will follow you. Of course, if a board's full, a little pop-up's going to come and say, your inviter's board is full. Would you like to join another board? And if you choose to go to another board, then you're going to have to wait another round until you can snap back to follow your inviter. Okay, but in order to get onto your perpetual board or to go through into your next round, it is really important that you've got your two like-minded, like-hearted people that will in turn share the vision and the beautiful success that this is. It's really, really important that we don't put space fillers onto the boards and people get excited. And I know I was guilty of it myself. When I first started, I was like, oh, if I get 6 people, I can take 3 positions. But it's a lot of work when you start doing that. So what I would suggest, if you do want to take multiple positions, wait until you get to the legend position, because then you've already got your builders in, your gifters in, they've in turn become builders, and then you are guiding and nurturing those people below you on exactly how everything works, and you're creating a strong team. If you do want to take out another position, do it when you're in a legend position, because you've already done the nurturing and the growing, and then you can put a position in at legend. Don't make the fatal mistake of coming in as a gifter and taking 2 positions right next to yourself, or becoming a builder and then taking 2 positions. Always make sure that you have enough people that can support the positions that you put in, because this program is really designed to move quickly if you are being supported by the 2. If you don't bring the 2, it's just going to go a lot slower. So you'll get there in the end, but it's going to really hold up the boards. So remember, you don't require more people. 2 is the magic number. But if you really want to be successful at this, then 8 is actually the magic number. And 8 is the number of infinity and abundance. And it goes so well with what we're doing. We'll also mention fast track just now. And remember, the only money that you've ever taken out of your pocket ever is that first $100. That's it. So again, why would you go with Gift of Legacy? Well, like I said before, this is a very user-friendly program that allows you to have a unique profile, which is informative, easy to use, and everything you need as we're staging out will be at your fingertips. It has a fail-safe system, meaning that we have various methods in the algorithm that keeps board moving and no one gets left behind. But remember, we've only been going for a short amount of time. So everything that we talk about with the algorithm and the perpetual cycle, let's just say, for example, we've got 500 boards at the moment. We need 500 completing legends so that one can go on every single board. So just think about that for a second. The perpetual motion will help the boards move fast, but you've got to help on the bronze board to get them to complete. If no one's completing, then nobody can feed the boards and nobody can ride the boards of abundance. So also remember, when we started, we were about 8,000 strong. If everybody had invited their 2, 16,000 people would have joined. So just think about that for a second. Before you start asking questions about boards moving, just ask yourself, where am I in all of this? Like we said, we've got an innovating algorithm because we do take care of the new participants, but like a lot of the people that are building properly and are bringing and sharing with like-minded people that in turn will do the same, they are also being rewarded. The cross-pollination is all about the perpetual. And remember, we go into a global pool, which is fantastic. And we are a global community. So remember, we've got different cultures. Like I've said before, in South Africa, we absolutely love WhatsApp. We're getting used to Telegram. And most of the Americans that have got hold of me to ask me where I'd like my gift are communicating via email. So it's really, really important to just be aware of all the channels of communication, but also just to have patience and understanding. I was chatting to a Spanish couple over the weekend, and I started sending them voice notes, and they were like, whoa, we've been using Translate. Like, we don't understand what you're saying. But they spoke such good English to me. I really thought they knew how to speak English. Remember that you're not limited to 2 invitees, but each profile must have the minimum in order to progress through the boards the way that we say. And remember, there is no limit to the amount of people you can invite. And what I would suggest is really try and use your referral link for at least 8 to 10 of your invitees. And then what you can do is start supporting your invitees if you get more and they need people. Fast Track is amazing. We've just launched it. So we've got multiple strategies to assist you to move ahead faster if you wish. And then, of course, we do have a support bot there's a little chat function on our website, giftoflegacyglobal.com. It's normally at the bottom right. There's a speech bubble. You can just click on that and you can chat to the support for everything that you need.
The support bot is still a human bot at the moment. All right, so the fast track. Okay, this is what gets me excited. Like Candace said, we just launched this. It was last week Monday. Hey, it's a week ago. And wow, this is absolutely amazing. You remember how I explained to you in the previous slides that that you got to hold back the $400 to go to your next board? What you can do is the moment that first $400 comes in, you don't have to wait for the full 800 to come in. You can then fast track to the silver board. The only requirement there is you must have another 2 invitees on your profile. So as Candace mentioned just now, that the minimum is 2 invitees per profile, and we were talking about that number 8. So once you've got, say, you've got 4 people on your profile, automatically on your profile, it's going to show you that you can unlock the silver board, and you don't have to wait for all 8. You can fast track to the 400 if you want to. That's the one option. Also, if you have the means, you're more than welcome to move forward. It's like basically standing in a queue, and you can actually jump ahead of the queue should you wish. It is not compulsory. It is totally optional. The boards are going to move at its normal pace in any case. So you're not going to be losing out. Please keep that in mind. You won't be losing out if you don't fast track. It's just that we've got the options for everybody. Then that $1,600 board, your gold board. Once you've got 6 people that are on your profile that have registered and joined using your profile link, it also opens up your gold board. And there again, you don't have to wait until you've got all 8 of the $1,600 gifts. Once the first 4 have come in, you can actually advance the moment you want to. And then lastly, on the platinum board, the $5,000 board, that is exactly the same. Once you've got 8 invitees on your profile, the platinum board will open up and you can advance to the 5,000 platinum board should you wish as well.
Okay, so please remember, it is very, very important to understand that, like in life, there are no guarantees. Your success or failure will really depend on your willingness to be engaged with the community, to get engaged on those WhatsApp groups, to be motivating, to help people that aren't your gifters, even if they've arrived on the board. I've seen so many people that are excited to get started and their inviter isn't giving them enough information. And I just try my best to help everybody that comes onto my board and make sure that they understand, because at the end of the day, whether they're my invitee or not, they're still going to help me advance to the next level. So it's really, really important that we make sure that everybody that comes onto the boards is educated. And as long as we can help each other and follow the ethical principles of Gift of Legacy, we'll all be successful. Remember, with regards to tax, it is your responsibility to ensure compliance, and very easy to research it. You just Google donations tax in my country, and then you'll get all of the information you need. Please remember that Gift of Legacy is a decentralized platform. That means we have no third-party affiliation, ownership, or partnership. So if there's a group that invites you and says you don't necessarily have your 2, or you can pay a certain amount and it's not $100, that is not Gift of Legacy standards. We say you gift $100, you contact your legend, and they confirm you on the board. So if you are joining via a third party or part of a package, we really suggest you do so at your own risk. And remember, Gift of Legacy has 100% peer-to-peer. No funds ever get paid directly to the platform, and gifts are always given to Gift of Legacy participants, and also only gift when landing on a Legends board. So I also just want to caution that there are a lot of scammers out there, and Gift of Legacy is getting big very quickly. So just be aware of who you're talking to. Make sure if someone is asking you for a gift or saying that they've got these banking details, make very sure that you are communicating with the right person. because there are scammers all over the world. We really can't help that, but we can make sure that we keep ourselves educated and we communicate with one another, and we will get rid of them. We have to shine light on all the darkness at some point or another. So thank you so much for joining us. If you'd like to know more, please stay in touch with the person that invited you. Remember, if somebody's invited you and you've come onto this call, they touched you in your heart, and there was something in their eyes and in the moment that they shared that made you trust. So really stick with the person that invited you. We've got a lot of people on our Telegram groups. A lot of people want to look for sponsoring people. So don't be allured by somebody that you don't know. Rather enter this with someone that you do know that has given you that sacred invitation. And make sure to join our Telegram groups. We've got 3 now. We've got a wonderful one that we just launched, which is the testimony group. We've probably got about 1,000 people on there, 8,000 on the other one. But the testimony one is really where we keep it positive. Everybody shares their experiences. It's really uplifting and motivating getting on there. And we invite everybody and anybody to share their positivity and their experience within Gift of Legacy. We've got Zooms every single night. So this time, every single night, Monday to Friday, we have a Zoom, 8 till 9. We try to keep it at half an hour. And then we have motivation or community, something after that. So if you just here for the presentation, you can log off afterwards. And we're worldwide. So not only do we have Spanish, German, and Asian, we've got Finnish, Italian, Portuguese, and please forgive me if I've forgotten anyone else. And pretty soon we are going to have our African languages as well. So we've got quite a few presenters that have put their hand up. We're very excited to start training them. And hopefully very soon we'll be able to also have the presentation in African languages. And I'm so sorry, I forgot about our Afrikaans Zoom. We have our Afrikaans Zooms as well, and they are absolutely awesome, totally homegrown and wholesome, and also just so full of energy. So thank you so much for joining us. If you've got any questions, we are here to answer them. And like I said, the people on your boards will be very helpful to you. And let me see. Chris, do you want to say anything?
Yeah, you forgot about the Saturday morning deep dive trainings. That is like,
how could I forget about that?
Yeah, it's normally Candice and I. We normally handle a lot of the training, but that is 10 a.m. on Saturday morning. That is 10 a.m. GMT +2. So and every single Zoom, every single night, because every Zoom is different. It's the same message that comes across. We've got different presenters every night, so it's the same content, but it all just every presenter's got a different style, and you'll see it from a different angle. So you might hear something that Candice and I say, and then tomorrow night you might hear Regan and Angela, and you might go, oh wow, gee whiz, they make a lot more sense. Then don't watch us on a Monday. Come on when Angela and Regan's on. So and like I say, we've got like a multitude of new presenters. So you guys are going to start seeing some new faces during the week of the most amazing, passionate people. So we actually cannot wait. So, okay, this is Eve. Is this who's going to be telling us her success over the last little while? Wow.
I had the pleasure of chatting to Eve yesterday, and oh my goodness, she brought tears to my eyes, because it's so wonderful to hear about a community that just gets this. They understand how to work the program, they follow the guidelines, and they are absolutely on fire. And Eve and your group, I totally salute you. I think you are absolutely amazing. And they have brought the term breaking the boards to Gifts of Legacy. So they aim to break boards on a daily basis. And Eve, I'd love for you to share your passion, your enthusiasm, and your secrets of success for all of the people that you've brought in. So welcome.
Thank you so much, Candice. I hope you can hear me. Am I audible? Okay, thank you. Thank you, family. Thank you, community. Thank you, Gift of Legacy, Red Hearts. We're so excited about this opportunity. As I'm seated here, there's a lot that happens throughout the day, but there's one thing that really touches me most. is just to see the people having to hope again, especially after being disappointed in many places, platforms, and some of them, they've lost their jobs. But when we come and we start discussing about gift of legacy, you see the spark in their eyes. And as a result, as a group, we have created, as leaders, we have come up with the concept of coming up with a form that each and everybody that comes fills up a form so that we know who are you. And also our concept is to support each and everybody who comes within, our circles. Eventually, we have actually created our WhatsApp group where we also do our trainings and welcome new people that are coming into our community. And as they come, because they've already heard about Gift of Legacy, they already come with their tutus and tutus. So, it's always 2 by 2. Come into our community married already. You have to have your 2 people. And when you come with your 2 people, you are ready to go. And some of them, they do come, they don't even have money to start, but they are willing, they're already coming with people. So we are really excited about this. And for us as a team, the leaders that are there, they are just so awesome. They are just amazing. And I believe that after COVID, it's not a coincidence, but this is God's providence for us, because we can see the bigger picture and we see how many people are just willing to come and join our community. And as we were discussing this afternoon, one of the leaders was actually saying, we see the vision that we are having, but we can actually see that in the process when we are so motivated and we are meeting a lot of people, but there are some people who come within our circles just to try to disturb or to destroy and, just to dampen our spirit. But I love the leaders that are there. We are so motivated. We are looking forward to greater things in 2022 through Gift of Legacy. For us, changing lives, just seeing people hoping again and start to live the kind of life that they have always desired. We want just to be the reason someone can smile again, someone can hope again. So we talk about these things. And throughout the day, I just want to say thank you, Candice, thank you, Chris, and thank you, Angela. We listen to all your presentations and, we go over and over again and we are so excited. And one of the leaders was actually saying, with the rate that we are going, we are very soon going to create an office, an office space where people really come because they want to speak to us. They want to find out more about the Gift of Legacy. We are welcoming because what I've actually seen, besides whatever sometimes we come across, people, they will criticize. People will say negative things. And those are the things that we stand and we rise up against them, because these are dream killers. They are dream stealers. For us, Gift of Legacy, it's amazing. It's something amazing. And I want to tell you, of course, when I started receiving, it was something else. But when I started giving, it was totally different, because, the feeling that I remained with. And I love the community that we are having. Most of the leaders that are here, truly, they are very supportive and they are so loving, they are so kind. And what you are sharing with us to say, let us be patient with one another, because sometimes, we take for granted that, all of us, we are at the same level, but we are not. But if you take time, can you imagine why we created this form? It is because some of the people that are coming to join our community, they don't even know how to, express themselves. They can't even, but we are willing to carry them under our wings so that we support them, because we know that they really need this gift, this gifting program. They really deserve it, because if you go down to where they are living, some of them, they are orphans. They have been left as orphans. Some of them, where they are staying, they don't even have a meal. So when you are coming to give hope to such people, they embrace it. You find them actually calling each other, even with neighbors, to say, here is something that can actually change our lives. So I'm so excited about Gift of Legacy, because not for myself only. I think I've gone past that now, because I can see that, you know, it's a vehicle, it's a tool for me that I'm going to touch a lot of people, because I had already started with a program where we cook and we go and feed some people in the community. And at some point, I was actually talking to some of them and saying, I don't have, you know, like a van, but I think the first thing that I need to get, you know, when I get this money, is to buy myself a van so that I can carry these big pots and go and feed and do that. I'm so passionate about it. And for me, just to bring hope in people's lives. There is one thing that I've learned. There was a song today that I was listening to, you know, as I was preparing to come to this meeting. This song was sung by someone. It says, I came here with nothing, but all you have given me. And realizing that all of us, we came on this planet Earth with nothing. But when we start receiving in abundance, it is because we have been given a reason to touch other people. So there's a reason why we are in this community. It is not by accident. It is not a coincidence, but it is a providence. So let us make use of this opportunity to build one another, to love one another, to give each other a reason to live again for a purpose. And there are so many people who will talk against the gift of legacy. I'm one person that I will stand for gift of legacy as long as this system is there and it's still operating. I'm telling you, I'm one people that I'm going to bring a lot of people. And with my leaders, we are passionate. We are not going anywhere. We are here to stay. As long as there's one person that says, yes, gift of legacy, I really want to do something, I will touch someone's life. And as a result, as we created this form, we realized that people, they began coming up with even more names that they are actually referring. So we are so excited. We are looking forward really to break many boards in one day. Or how many boards? All what we want to do is to touch many lives. And those that say we cannot do it, we are willing to teach them, to hold them, and to say, yes, you can do it. You can live again, you can dream again. Because some of them, because of the situation that they find themselves, they feel like they don't belong anyway. They cannot even be part of this community. But we are here to say, you can live again. There is a reason why you have come to us. And for that reason, we are going to live for that purpose. So our vision is to touch lives. The spirit is so contagious that we are having. So our leaders are very visionary. We sow love and we reap in abundance. That's all that I can say. So we are touching lives, like-minded, like-hearted, as long as the person is willing to learn. We are willing to teach. We are embracing, and we know with gift of legacy, lives will never be the same. Thank you so much for this opportunity, for allowing me to share my story. I'm so passionate and excited about this. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Eve. You know, I was in tears of joy yesterday because, you know, being in support, we hear a lot of the negative stuff that people say, you know, and just hearing you yesterday and the passion and the love, and we had a vision when we started this, and you have shown me that that vision is working, and you've touched me so much that I would love to gift you $1,000 so that you can get 10 people into this program. Oh. So I'm pledging that to you and your team tonight.
Oh, God bless. Bless you, Candice. You have touched lives already. You know, it will go a long way in our with our leaders. I know they are part of this meeting tonight because everybody was saying we are coming, we'll be there, and we are sharing this love. And thank you, Candice. And I wish, you know, we will invite you in a special way that you can come over just to, you know, you spend time with us, definitely. So we really love this. We really love what you are doing. You have really touched our lives in a bigger way. Every time we come here, I listen to Angela, I listen to Reagan, I listen to Chris, and we get so motivated. And with this, I'm telling you, people will say whatever, but I want to tell you, don't look back, look forward. There's a lot of people, there's a lot that is happening. Many lives are totally being changed through this program. Thank you so much. God bless you.
Eve, thank you. Thank you. It's not often that I'm left speechless. I'm actually speechless. Eve, you are an amazing human being. I can feel your heart through the Zoom, and thank you for sharing that with us. You are going to make such a big difference in this world, and you have our support 1,000,000%. And Can't Wingman, what you just did now live on a Zoom call, wow, I've never seen anything like that. You are an amazing human being, and what you just did now, you are going to be making such a difference in so many people's lives, because that is 10 people that are now going to become part of Gift of Legacy because of you. I honor you, my friend. I honor you, absolutely honor you, and that's going to have a knock-on ripple effect that is going to change the lives of thousands of people. Wow, sure we. Thank you so much for that, guys. Thank you.
What it's all about. It's what it's all about, and I'm just so happy that I could be in a position to share this with everyone. And I always say, be the example that you wish to see in the world, and that's why we're trying to be the best examples to see in the world. And Eve, thank you so much for being an example of just following the guidelines, doing what we tell you to do, and reaping in the rewards and the gifts.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much, everybody. This is a beautiful Zoom call. What I'm going to do is later on, I'm going to cut it into two, and Eve's testimony is going to go onto the testimony group. So if you're not on the testimony group, please make sure you guys get onto that. It's such a inspiring, motivational group to be on, and you just feel everybody's hearts in that group. And then don't forget, we have the information only channel. That's if you if all the chatter and millions of messages get a bit much for you, versus the 8,000 people group. It does get quite busy, but you can just go through the chatter. So we've catered for everybody. That's why we have 3 groups. So from my side, I'd like to say yet again, Eve, it was an absolute honor listening to you. It's an absolute honor having you part of our family. And you are, like I said, an absolutely amazing human being. And I look forward to giving you a big hug one day when we meet. I cannot wait to meet everybody in person. And Candace, thank you so much for an absolutely beautiful presentation this evening. And thank you for everything that you do for this community. Thank you for everything. So guys, good night. Enjoy the rest of your evening. We'll be on the same place, same time, 8 p.m. GMT +2. Tomorrow night we have Regan and Angela. So not to be missed. Then guys, all you've got to do is just send an invite to people that you've spoken to. Don't try and explain this 45-minute presentation over the phone. Rather just send a person to a Zoom and let us do the presenting for you. We're here to serve you. This is what we're here for. So finally, my side, good night. God bless. Look after yourselves. Bye, everybody.
Oh.
Sending you love. Oh, we've got to unmute everybody. How do you do that?
There we go. Done.
Button. Oh, there we go.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Love you.
Oh, beautiful.
Have a great
Nami of love.
is your theme of our making hummus, eh? What I'm trying to make. You make with these are hummus. Yeah, I don't remember which one.
We love our sheep.
Bye, sheep.
Mommy of love, Rebecca.
de la 33 la 48 prin gol.
Advertising al grup. Advertising al grup.
Amore, amore.
Charlie.
Love you all.
Presentation.
E liber, asta am și se liber. De la 17 la
Beautiful. What
33 e
is your
liber.
name, little one?
Thank you,
De la 33.
Vista, compadres. Hasta la vista.